and welcome back to another gum video. Today I have bread gum. Have you heard of bread gum? What is bread gum? I hope it's good, and I hope this is a bubble gum. I will be chewing the whole pack for you, okay? Today I'll be sharing some stories of Korea. I'm back now, and I want to share a few stories of what I've experienced in Korea. It will be a story time video. Story time / bubblegum video. Wow, look at these colors. They're so pretty. And all these characters. Korea sure has a way of aesthetics. They make everything so pretty, so nice. It's all about the appearance, the looks, you know. That's why Korea is so famous for cosmetic surgeries. It's all about the looks. Okay, so let's get started. This is bread flavored gum. Bread. Never had it before? I will chew all of them. I will chew 5 pieces and try to blow some big bubbles. This is a light, like this, my shirt color. What flavor is it? I've noticed that all the Korean gums, they're basically, the texture is basically the same. The flavors are pretty similar. It's a fruity flavor. Oh, and there are yellow speckles, maybe lemon speckles there. Okay. I bet you they're all the same flavor. Oh, let me show you. This is wata gum. Buredu. Buredu. I don't know. Are these characters, or is it like a cartoon show or something in Korea? I have no idea. The wrappers are very pretty. Yeah, again, same thing. I think the flavor is just one flavor with different colors of the wrapping. What is this, a potato? How are you doing? All the same taste. Everywhere I went in Korea, I stopped at the little stores, like the 7-Eleven, the little convenience stores. The most popular convenience store in Korea, I think, is CU. There's a IC and then big CU, like ICU. I think that's the most popular convenience store. And plus there's 7-Eleven. But the quality stuff, when I went to all the 7-Elevens, they weren't as nice as the CUs. And there's also the G25. So I have some stories to share with you. I've done many videos in Korea, but most of them happened the first week I was there. Now the plane ride was 12 hours going. Coming back, it only took 10 hours. I think it's because of the direction the wind blows. And I have here some items that I want to show you. Okay. Oh, same flavor. Korean gums are too soft to snap. Flavor crystal, yellow. And if you guys had the Japanese gum, this is the same texture. Very soft. Okay. So we took, is it Asiana Airlines, okay? And about 30 minutes into the plane ride, they served us food already, and it was at midnight. Our flight was at 11:30 p.m. At midnight, they brought out food, and I couldn't eat. And then shortly thereafter, they gave us this. And those of you that saw my video, they give us slippers. Because when you're in the plane for 10-12 hours, you don't want to have your tennis shoes on or your heels on. So they give you these. This is a new one because when we go there, they gave us this. When we come back, they give us this. So I reused my first one. Because these are pretty sturdy for a one-time use slippers, you know. And I may just take this on a trip and use this in my hotel room, you know. And then wipe this down and use it again. So these are very huge, one size slippers. Very comfortable for when you're in an airplane for 10-12 hours. So they give us that. I should do a thumbnail. It's too sweet to do a bubble. Excuse all the outside noise, okay? I'm gonna have to wait to blow a bubble for the thumbnail, okay? Oh, and when you check in, you also get these tags. For those of you, I've noticed that people that are commenting in my traveling videos, a lot of people have not even been on an airplane, and that's why I did the inside the airplane little vlog, to give a little experience of what it's like to fly in an airplane. So we get these tags. This is Asiana Airlines. And then there's a space here for your name, your telephone number, address, email, your flight number, just in case you lose your luggage. And you could also put this on your carry-on bags so that you claim your bags, okay? So you grab as many as you need, put it on your purse, your backpack, your big luggage, wherever. Also with the meals, they give you these wet wipes. Korea is very huge on wet wipes. If you go to the restaurants, they give you a rolled wet wipe so you could clean your hands. Okay, so they serve you the meal, and then they also provide you with a toothbrush and toothpaste. Very, very convenient. And it's not a cheap toothbrush. I think it's meant for one-time use, but I used it more than once. And then these Oceania Airline tiny baby toothpaste, okay? Very nice. And also you could reuse this little pouch, so you put everything in here. Take it with you on your future trips. And also I've noticed in Korea, everything that they give you, it's kind of sweet. Like the potato chips, pretzels. This is what we get in the airplane. This is better than the little peanut bags that we get sometimes in America. And these are the 4 little pretzels that we get, pretzel snacks. This is called mixed pretzel. Mixu pretzel. Honey butter. And it's kind of sweet. I like my pretzels kind of salty and buttery. So this was a surprise. It's pretty good, but everything in Korea is sweet. Burgers are sweet. Everything is sweet. And I have not tried the pizza in Korea. My daughter told me that their pizza is sweet too. Everything has just some sweetness in it. So this was my first time back in Korea in like 15 years. And wow, a lot of new things that I was not exposed to before. Culture shock. It was very interesting. And I have a video on the 10 shocking things that exist in Korea. I was so surprised. I'm going to try to snap this gum. I don't think it'll work. It's too soft. Those of you that are asking about how to snap gum, you're supposed to have hard gum, okay? It's much easier. And it's the easiest when you have hard, cheap gum. You know, like the gum you get at the dollar store, or hard bubble gum, such as Bazooka, Double Bubble, gum that is hard, okay? It's much easier. This is way too soft. It tastes good, but it's too soft. Let me try. If this was Double Bubble, I would be snapping, like after like 2-3 minutes I would be snapping. It better be a good bubblegum. So I have tons of Korean gum, but basically they're the same thing. American gums have a different variety. You know, the texture's different, and the minty gums, the flavors last a long, long time compared to all the Korean gums I've tried. Overall, I like the variety of the American gums and the different colors, you know, the different bright, dark colors. Korean gums are light in color, and there aren't that many varieties. But I think it's all the dyes that American gums are full of. That's why they're so bright and, you know, colorful. Okay. Not quite ready. Okay. So another thing that I was exposed to, like in the States, when you live in the States, everyone has cars, and you know, each person has his or her own car. And in Korea, we didn't have a car, and I do not want to drive in Korea. It's very difficult for me to be driving in Korea. And it's just there are just too many cars. The traffic, it's really bad. So the best way to travel is using the subway. And we get these money cards or transportation cards. You buy them at the convenience stores, and then you keep loading money into it. So every time you go through the subway, you have to like click, and then you have to go in. And even on one trip, you have to click when you go in, you have to pay on the way in, and you have to pay on your way out. So you have to have this ready. You get out the door, and you click, you go through the gate, and then when you exit, you click again. So you have to keep loading this. This was the card that I chose. And this was Mr. Granny's. And they don't expire. So Mr. Granny had this from 4 years ago, but he still had money in it. And he took it back this time and used it, finished using it, and loaded this. So we keep reloading and using this card, transit card. So I thought that was very interesting because I never experienced that. And this is how it works. Let me show you a little clip of how it feels, okay? To go through the subway and, pay each time you go in and out. So that was really fun. And it's very time consuming just to travel from one place to another. In America, most of us have cars, and it takes, 5-10 minutes to go to the store. Or, even if it's an hour drive, we just get there in our private little cars. But in Korea, you have to take the subway, you have to transfer, and anytime, besides going to the local restaurants, where we stayed, besides that, if we wanted to meet friends, we would have to take the subway, take the train sometimes, the bus, and you could use this card for all of that. But it takes hours just to travel. But good thing about that, anytime you go out, go on an outing, basically you're walking like 10,000 steps. So even though I didn't exercise, and of all the food that I ate, I thought I gained weight, but when I came back and checked, I didn't gain any weight. I think it's all that extra walking that I did, because we walked everywhere. So it was pretty interesting. Okay, I think we're almost ready for the thumbnail. Let me put these up here first, and then I'll give you a story time on what this is about. And these little things. Okay, let me do my thumbnail. Good thing about going on vacations or trips, traveling, is when you get back home, you realize how much you miss your home. Okay, thumbnail. I bet you guys have no idea what these two boxes are. For the size of the gum, the bubble is not that big. Maybe I'll just have to pick one of those. Oh, well. Okay. So, I didn't mention to anyone or in my videos. I was in Korea. Mr. Granny and I were in Korea for 3 weeks. But we were inside a whole 6 days. And it's not because of the coronavirus either, okay? We didn't have that. We landed on Monday morning at 4 a.m. Korea time. So Korea is 16 hours ahead of our time. So we left, late at night, midnight, 11:30 p.m. On Monday. When we went to Korea, it was already... No, we left Sunday night, late at night. And it was already... Is it Tuesday? Tuesday, 4 a.m. So we lost the day. And then I slept maybe 3 hours on the airplane. Arrived there at 4 a.m. and we just started going. We just started going. I didn't really sleep. And then for a whole week, we were doing all the traveling, all the videos, the traveling videos that I did. It was during that first week. And then the next Monday evening, we met some friends, my husband's friends. And then we ate something. I ate something that was not that good for my gut. And ever since that night, Monday night, I had I had to be near a toilet like every hour. So I couldn't go out for a whole 6 days. It took 6 days for me to get better. And so I didn't really record anything. And I felt so bad because, I wanted to spend time traveling and doing more things. And then Mr. Randy was helping me for those couple of days. And then I think about Wednesday, he started feeling sick. It was not the corona. We didn't have a fever or coughing or any of that. We just had the gut issue. So we just had to stay inside until that Saturday. Saturday was when we both felt better. And then the last week, we started traveling and going out and doing all that. So it was a wasted 6 days. And it was really fun until I got sick. And then I realized, I want to go home. So we ate in a lot, okay? We order in. And in Korea, there are no tips. When you go to restaurants, there is no such thing as a tip. You don't tip. And they deliver your food like DoorDash. They charge a small fee, a few dollars, and you don't really have to tip them. It's already prepaid you pay with your order and pay with your phone. And you could see the little motors, there are usually men. I have not seen a female. These guys that are on motorcycles or like little scooters. And you could see on the app, you could see where they're coming. And then they come to your door, they message you and say, your food is here. You open the door, you open up the package, and some of the food that we ate, I have them in my videos, and you probably saw some of those. And the thing is, Korea, they're really big on, the appearance, the packaging. They're sealed, and they give you these tools. I brought them home. These are disposable, but Granny reuses as much as she can. These are like plastic little knives that you could open up the package with because they're sealed with plastic. Is this a bird? That's the shape of a bird, or what is this? This is a crab. I think this was from the seafood place that we ordered from. And then you puncture a hole and you just cut. I think these are so cute, and I may even use these in my future videos. This is a small one. I thought these were very interesting. So when I got sick, I was in and we went to the pharmacy. In Korea, there's a pharmacy and you could just go to the pharmacist. You don't need a prescription for most everyday, illnesses that you get. So when I told the pharmacist that I had, you know, the run, I had the run and my stomach was hurting. So she asked what I ate, and when I gave her all the information, she said probably had food poisoning first. So she gave me a drinkable medicine, and then she said, "Oh, you'll need this, you'll need this." She added about 3 different medications and gave me a concoction and gave me a powder pack, which was very bitter. I put that powder pack in my mouth and I drank the solution. So she gave me antibiotics and something to help with the diarrhea, you know, the runs. She gave me some other things, and so I took that, but it still didn't help for the next few days. So I just had to ride it out and just stay inside. In Korea, they have this thing, Zelcom, 1 tablet, single dose, anthelmintic, what this is it's a single dose, and it's good to take this every year. This is, one side is in Korean, one side is in English, okay? It's good to take this every year because, as you might have seen in my videos, I was eating raw beef, I was eating sushi, I was eating, you know, all kinds of foods that can be filled with parasites, okay? This 1 tablet, and I will open this up for you. If you take this once a year, all the parasites or ringworms and tapeworms and all that, it will dissolve in your gut, okay? So some of you may be having like bloated abdomen and just feel full all the time and your gut health is not so good. It's maybe because you have some parasites, or you may have ringworms or tapeworms inside you eating you up, you know, from the inside. So if you take this 1 single pill, this will dissolve all the parasites, okay? All the worms and bugs and everything. So that's why we try to take this every year. And in the Korean pharmacies, you can purchase this. I don't think they have it in the States. I don't know. But this is what we try to do. So any sushi that I eat, or any uncooked or rarely cooked pork. Pork is famous for, I think, tapeworms, right? Ringworms or tapeworms. And this is what I heard from a long time ago when Korea was, you know, a 3rd world country, years ago when I was younger, in the 50s, after the war, after 1945, the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Korea was a very poor country. It is not now. I mean, it is, from my experience, it is so much better than America, I'm sorry to say. You know, the way things are, the safety of Korea, the quality of life there is just, you know, it's very blessed. God has blessed Korea because there are a lot more believers now than there were years ago. And thank you to the American and the British missionaries who arrived to Korea to share the gospel of Jesus Christ. And that's why Korea is so blessed. It's a praying nation. And I'm going to show you a clip of the church, the world's largest church. It's the Full Gospel Korean church in Korea. And the pastor who planted the church years ago, he passed away now. And I have a clip of his graveyard that we went to go visit. So I'm going to show you all of that. The last time we counted, they had 900,000 members, okay? And the last time I went 15 years ago, there were 900,000 members. And there were, I think, 7 or 8 or 9 services on Sundays. It's just one after another. And then you would, the crowd of people, you would, you know, squish and, you know, try to go into the sanctuary. And you wouldn't even, you would feel so light because you're being pushed by the crowd that you're light on your feet and you just get pushed inside. So I've, you know, gone through that experience. It was very interesting. So it's the world's largest full gospel church, full gospel Korean church. And the pastor's name is Dr. Yonggi Cho, or Pastor, he was known as Pastor Paul Cho, later changed to Pastor David Cho. So But everybody knows most Christians in America, you know, all the big churches, they were influenced by Pastor Cho. And it was very interesting. So I'm going to show you a clip of that. Where was I going with that? Okay. But years ago, when Korea was, you know, during the war, right after the war, Korea was very poor. But look at the way Korea is living now. We have K-pop, K-drama, K-cosmetics. What else is there? K-food. I mean, and mukbangs and, you know, mukbang videos. Mukbang started in Korea, if you may not know. I'm telling you now, I think 12 or 15 or 2009, I believe, is when mukbang first started, and it originated from Korea. There are a lot of single people. They don't tend to get married early anymore. So a lot of single people, they have careers and they're too busy. So, you know, they come home late and they order food, and, you know, loneliness hits, right? So someone, I don't know who the original person is, but a group, you know, some people started recording live, you know, on a channel called Africa, Afreeca. You guys can look it up. And these Koreans started eating while talking to the people live, and then in the lives they would send them stickers and, you know, those emoji thingies, which would later turn into money, and they made tons of money doing that years ago. And it started 2009. And my favorite from that era is The Diva. You guys can go check her out. She doesn't do it anymore, but I mean, she used to sit and do lives for several hours, eating tons of food. And she's very beautiful and very thin. So I used to just watch her all the time. She quit maybe 4 years ago. Anyway, years ago when Korea was poor, kids, adults alike, they had tapeworm. And, you know, parasites. And at school, I was told, my siblings told me, my older siblings who experienced this would say that at school they would hand these out to kids. They would take it. And then back in those days, the worms would crawl out of our bottom, you know, and they would be alive. So the kids at school would get these, and then, you know, they would come out dead. But now I think the newer medicines will help dissolve it, so you won't actually see the worm coming out. It'll just, you know, it'll just melt in your system. So that's the story behind Zelcom. Zelcom 젤콤정. 우리 가족 일회 요법 구충제. So it's for the whole family. So if you have a Korean pharmacy near you, and some American cities do, ask them if they have this parasite removing medication. It's good for your health, good for your gut, and all that bloating and everything will go away. So that's my story time for today. All right, overall, American gums are better. Korean gums, it's the same flavor, same texture. It's basically the same, but the wrapping is very beautiful. I love the wrapping. Gum taste is, you don't get a variety of it. Okay, thank you for coming. Thank you for sticking around, and I hope I educated you about Korea, a little more about Korea. I don't know everything about Korea. I came to the States when I was 5, so it's kind of brand new for me, and it's so interesting. And I take I take the good from both cultures, from America and Korea, and I combine it and make it my own. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And I have many more Korean gum videos coming up. So stick around, and I will see you. May God bless you. May all your prayers be answered, and count your blessings. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Peace out. God bless you.